Hey there, how's everybody doing out there today? I just want to welcome you into the Elrian LeVar Broadcasting program where we're going to be talking about some issues. And today, I would like to talk about something that's really been on my mind as of late. So just want to share some information with you guys in regards to the black man. And this is kind of this may be kind of disturbing. Um, I know it was to me. It was a little uncomfortable for me when I first began to think about it, and I really, really, truly believe that it was something that God put in my spirit, um, but not to only just think about, but to start the conversation. And I would wonder why that, the conversation hasn't been started, or we don't talk about it. Maybe, it's just something that hasn't been thought about. And when I say in regards to the black man, the black male species, and well, in regards to the human species, when you look at the numbers, if I'm not mistaken, um, the last numbers that was, should I say, statistic numbers in regards to um, black African American people, that we only make up about, I think, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I think about 12 to 13% of the world's population. I think would be like somewhere like the smallest populate population populated. Um, y'all help me out now. Y'all know if you need help with these words. Yeah, I ain't saying that for help either because it's too serious to be playing around. Things are too serious in this world today for us to be trying to, imitate or act like somebody we ain't. But these are concerns to me. I want to talk about some of the concerns that we have in our community today, and this should be a big concern in regards to um, what I would say as in an endangered species. The black man. The black man is, in my views, is becoming an endangered species, and I'm going to tell you why. Um, I feel like that and why it came to mind, came to me. You know, like I say, when you look at the black Americans, we make up the smallest percentage of population. So when I thought about that, I thought about male versus female, not in a competitive state, but in a statistical, um, wherein women, if I'm wrong, correct me. When I last, you know, knew when it was last acknowledged that women outnumber men somewhere around 6 or 7 to 1. So it's like for every one male that is born into the world, and this is like in all nationalities, and this is just like literal in the human species, for every one male that is is born, you have like 6 or 7 women. You know, okay, I'll check that. I'm getting a little reading in regards to my audio bit rate. Um, so if anybody's having any trouble hearing me or whatnot, or the audio is if it's cracking or whatnot, please leave a comment. Let me know. We're not um, publicly live right now. This is a private live taping. So I also want to ask everybody to subscribe. subscribe. If I'm not mistaken, if you subscribe, you may be able to get the live private tapings on this YouTube channel, Elrian LeVar Broadcasting on YouTube. And I'm going to be going more on public soon, and also on Facebook, but I'm still working on some things and whatnot, making sure everything is correct and as good as possible. To God be the glory. But back to the statistics, if you think about it, if women outnumber men like 6 or 7 to 1, and the black American black male, well, yes, the black people, let's just say it, makes up the smallest percentage of the population, and women outnumber men 6 or 7 to 1, where do that put the black male? It literally at the bottom, like literally the smallest species. We literally, like, and then when you look at all of the issues today with the killing, and I'm not just gonna talk about this. This is not about racism. This is not about racism or nothing like that. The reason why I'm having this discussion, this is just serious stuff, because it's not just other nationalities, another nationality or whatever that's killing black man. You got just as many black people killing black people, black man against black man, and that's the problem. Because I can't address this issue without addressing the Black Lives Matter, movement, because when you think about it, to me, is when I look at the black community, is like, it's kind of hypocritical to me, and reason being is because you cannot expect for someone else to value you if you don't value yourself. And what I mean by that is, if black lives don't matter to other black people, how can you ever expect for black lives to matter to another nationality? If you're killing yourself and disrespecting yourself and not treating yourself as important or valued, how can you criticize someone else for doing likewise? I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. When I just think about how I've been treated myself by other black people, and I look at how a lot of black people treat other black people, and then be some of the same black people that's out there talking about Black Lives Matter. Are you just looking for attention? Because a lot of times, a lot of people just want attention. They just want something to talk about. They want to be heard. And it sound good coming out their mouth. They like to hear themselves talk more than anything. And if they just hear something or run across something that sounds good, but these things are too serious to just be out there trying to sound good or trying to get some attention or whatnot. It's like, shut up already if you ain't serious. If you're not serious, because my idea of serious is taking action. And you don't take action with retaliation. You take action with modeling a solution, modeling something that will work modeling exactly what you're talking about. Because if you truly believe that Black Lives Matter, then show me that Black Lives Matter to you. If Black Lives Matter, then treat me in the manner of how much I matter to you, because according to how you've been treating me, I really don't matter nothing to you. And you really don't care about how somebody else treat me. And what I mean by somebody else, I'm talking about another nationality. Let's just be literal, a Caucasian person. And I'm not saying this in a racist manner. I'm saying this because it's true. Because to be totally honest, I have experienced way more reverse racism than actual racism from any other nationality. I come in contact, with so many Caucasian people that are just, respectful, and want to help me, willing to lend a helping hand. I'm not saying that to say that I have not experienced an uncomfortable moment from no Caucasian person, but I honestly have experienced way more uncomfortable or unacceptable encounters with with black people, with my own kind, my own brothers and sisters, And I really want to refrain from using the term brothers and sisters because, I don't want to say that in acknowledgement of blacks, because we are all brothers and sisters, because we are all children of the Most High God, So if I use the term brothers and sisters, I want it to be in a term of no matter whether I'm talking about Caucasian people, Asian people, no matter what, because we all family and we should all love one another and respect one another, and all lives matter. I'm not going to get into that, in regards to Black Lives Matter, but I am going to address the hypocritical actions and that I see, and I'm doing it in a form of trying to educate and step up and take an opportunity to inspire action in the black male community, the black male species, to step up and do better, before we become extinct, because we are already, in my eyes, an endangered species. And I'm talking about black men. The reason being is because of the statistics that I just gave you a little while ago. If black people make up the smallest percentage of the world's population, and women outnumber men 6-7 to 1, where do that put black men at on the scale, on the populated scale? In danger. That's where it put them. That's where it puts us. It puts us in it literally identifies on the way to extinction if what's going on today continues. And when I say what's going on today, I'm not just talking about racism or black men being killed by another nationality, because just as many black men are being killed by other black men. And if it ain't another black man killing another black man, if it ain't a black man killing another black man, is a black man probably doing something to make a black woman kill him. Or is a competition, and that definitely needs to stop. The competitive spirit between the black man and the black woman. We're going to talk about that on another broadcast. I'm going to share some things with you guys in regards to that. on another segment, another episode. But right now, we're just gonna keep it in line because I really want to address this issue. And if you got any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Contact me, inbox me, reach out to me, email me, however you need to. And I would definitely like to invite you onto the program where we can have this discussion and talk about it, because it needs to be talked about, because this is actually happening right before our very eyes, and nobody's paying attention to the fact of the statistics. The black man can literally become practically extinct if things keep going the way that things are going today in the world today. And like I say, I'm not just talking about another nationality killing us. I'm talking about us killing us just as much as anybody else. And we're gonna also I'm gonna also open up the discussion in regards to the hypocritical actions that I see in regards to the Black Lives Matter supposedly movement. And the reason why I call it a supposedly movement is because I'm not seeing Black Lives Matter to enough, should I say, enough black people, because I see just as much hate from black people towards other black people than hate coming from anywhere else. I see just as much. I ain't say as much. I see just as much. So if you have any comments in regards to that, I definitely want to hear about it. If you would like to be invited onto this broadcast, I definitely want to hear from you. And let's talk about this. Let's talk about how, if you believe or you don't believe that black men are becoming, or probably already is, in my view, an endangered species, and on the verge of becoming, and could possibly be on the verge of becoming extinct if nothing changes. And I've said it before, that you can't wait for somebody else to change a situation. You have to be willing to get up and change it yourself. And I really like when I heard Biggie Small tell Puff Daddy that if we want to change the world, we first got to change ourselves. That is so true. And I just want to say to the black man out there that may get this, and hopefully you'll share it and with someone else, and then also talk about it, that if we want to save ourselves, we got to save ourselves. It starts with us. If we want to see change, we have to make that change. We have to start demonstrating love toward one another. If we truly, desire to be loved by anyone else, how can you expect for somebody else to care about you if you don't care about yourself? And what I mean by that, not just saying care about yourself. I'm talking about caring about another black man. Demonstrate how much Black Lives Matter to you, and then just maybe they'll start the black lives will start mattering. The black life will begin to matter. I hope I said that right. Y'all help me out. It'll begin to matter to somebody else. It'll start. The black life will matter to others. But we got to first start valuing each other. We got to start showing how much we matter to each other before we can even expect, or even want to, expect to see how much it matters to somebody else. Yeah, we're going to get some things together, still getting some glitches and everything and whatnot. And I'm really trying to get this project critiqued, if that was the right word for that. Running right the way it's supposed to, smoothly, and just a lot better and great. So I want to thank everybody that tuned in for tuning in, and till the next time, like I always like to say, be someone's blessing.